Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we have this problem. It's called um, can make arithmetic progression from sequence. The question is asked by Amazon, and actually these types of questions are pretty famous. The questions that has a lot of math into them. So a sequence of numbers is called arithmetic progression if the difference between two consecutive elements is the same. Given an array of numbers called R, return true if the array can be arranged to from an arithmetic progression, otherwise we return false. So if we look at this one, it should be true because we have, if we sort this array, the difference between 1 and 3 is 2, the difference between 3 and 5 is 2. If sorted the other way, the difference between 5 and 3 is minus 2. The difference between 3 and 1 is minus 2. So it's the same. Also, here is false because if even like 1 and 2, the difference is 1. 2 and 4, difference is 2. If you do the same, you'll find the same thing. So it's not the same. So it is false. So how we can solve this problem? So solving this problem, it has a lot of ways. We can just make a true false and just to make sure that first we can sort the array and just try to make a true false. I guess it will be off and squared or something like that. Or there is a better way that we can do that. We can use like a 2-pointer solution. So we can just take the biggest value, the biggest value and the smallest value, because I will tell you something. There is something important that you should know. If we have this array and we try to do like 1 minus 3 is 2, 3 minus 5 is 2. So there is a way that we can get this number directly. It's by taking the smallest number plus the no the smallest the biggest number minus the smallest number, and we divided we modeled this number by n by the array less minus 1, so it will be 2. So and we should get 0. So if we get 0, that means this array is arithmetic progression. So for 5 minus 2 minus 1 is 4. 4 modeled by 2 is 0. So this is a quite important mathematic thing that you should put in mind, because we will try to build our solution based on this thing. So let's just start in it. So we have give me a minute. Okay, so let's have a main value called will be the smallest value of the array, so main and I will have max value. It will be math.max, and I will have let in, it will be r.length, because I guess we'll use in a lot. And we just try to make loop, but before making a loop, we want to make some or make if statements for some edge cases. Our first edge case, it will be that if max value minus the min value is 0 equals 0, that means this is arithmetic progression. This arithmetic progression, the arithmetic progression is true, so we return true. Okay. Another one, I would say if the max value this one I need to make another one here. The max value minus the min value modeled by n minus 1 should be equal 0. If it doesn't equal 0, we return false. Okay, so let's start into the code. So first of all, we need to create a different variable, and this different variable will start to tell us how is the difference, how much is the difference, and how we can know the difference. The difference, it will be, if you look at this one, it will be the smallest value, the biggest value minus smallest value divided by the length minus 1. So let's just try to see. So I'll say max value minus min value divided by 2 by n minus 1. And if you want to make sure this is right, if we take this one, we say that the difference all the time are 2. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 divided by the length minus 1, 2, it will give us 2. So this is a different. The other thing that we want to do, that we want to create a table, and I will tell you why we create the table. Number set, and it will equals a new set. And basically we create this number. It's a pretty straightforward thing that we wanna know, because if we will try to loop through all of the element, and each element that is not is satisfying for the differences, we will add it to the set, and after that, by the end of the loop, we will just try to make an if statements if the size of the set equals to the length of the array, because they should equals to each other to return true. So I'll make for loop, and I will say let I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and I will say if array. First of all, I want to make sure this it's all the time we are satisfying this this value. So I want to make sure that if array of and if array of I, okay, minus min value modeled by def. We use def all the time if you want to make it changing, because you should get the same value each time. If it's a progression, arithmetic progression doesn't equals 0, we return false. Sorry, this problem could be quite hard for some of you because it's a pure math, but just to try to give yourself time. If you didn't understand it, just nothing wrong about that, but just give yourself time and just try to watch this video multiple times. So after that, if this is not the case, what we should do is that I should add the numbers. I should add the number set add array of I. And why we're doing this? Because we want to make sure that we're using the set because the set is a unique. It makes sure that everything is unique, and we want to make sure that the length of the set, or actually we could create a counter. Like instead of have a counter, we can just make counter plus plus. Like it's not have to be a set, but just some fancy way of creating these things. And I want to return that if the number, if number set dot size equals n, because if it's equals n, that means yeah, we looped through everything, and yeah, it's the same. So let's just okay, so it's wrong. Oh fuck, why it's wrong? Why this is wrong? Let's see why this is wrong. I have I equals 0, array of I minus min value modeled by diff doesn't equal 0, return false. Number set dot add array of I, and if max value max value minus min value equals 0, return true. If max value minus min value modeled, look, this is quite important, because by this one we want to make sure that we do this first before the modeled. So that's it for this video. I hope my solution was quite good. I hope my solution was quite understandable. Maybe you find this problem quite hard. It is really hard. It's not easy. It shouldn't be easy problem. It should be at least a medium problem. However, if you find the problem quite hard, or maybe you find my description wasn't that good, please give me a comment and tell me what you didn't like specifically, so I can improve my content better, and actually I can improve my solutions better. So that's it for this video. And if you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video, and see you in future problems.